So, of course, I was going to do other things tonight, but instead, I really wanted to keep playing this story, and since I'm kind of doing it as a recording it here to, I don't know, exercise in silliness, what the hell, twice today. It's now time to see if we can save the elves from doing stupid things to themselves and find the dwarf who ran off.
Will you not speak with Ahadur?
Yes,
Tensions
let's go
run high
travel.
among the remaining elves of the Hidden Guard. One of their number slain, the other dying from a deadly poison. And now the dwarf Broeen has disappeared on the eve of the journey's end.
Because he's probably tired of the elves being the elves. And, of course, this dude here, even though it's been his people who have been screwing up right and left, nah. He's trying to blame everybody else because his folks done fucked up. When even Mazog, your captive here, is pointing out the fact that the elves are failing miserably right and left. I mean, come on. Where's Broen? Here's Broen. So he went and talked to one of the elves in the tower. Looking for more items to make a poison cure for stupid stubborn elf who wouldn't take their cure. And found us stuff. So yeah, y'all were getting whiny, and it turns out that the dwarf was working to save your annoying friend. I do not know what to say. Say you were wrong. All right, so this should be our prisoner exchange happening here. Yeah, it's okay, bro, and you can take a breather. You just did exactly what the elves wouldn't do to save one of them. It's cool. All right, so dude here is trying to backpedal pretty heavily. Tell Broen that, yeah, he can sit this one out. And off we go to the gate. And all of a sudden, Mazog's having second thoughts, because I think he's pretty sure he's figured out this is not going to end well for him. I don't imagine that the folks in Dol Guldur are going to just happily welcome back some idiot that got themselves captured. Like, I don't think it's a, let's welcome you back with open arms, put you right back into the swing of things, everything's fine type scenario. Pretty sure this is one of those things where he knows he's getting punished. So we have a keeper of the gate. This is one of these uruks that we were starting to see in this area here. So this is where one of the places where they started putting in new models. Mirkwood expansion coming after Moria was another place where they had gotten the chance to just started getting in a little bit more detailed textures. Lotro is still not a graphical masterpiece, but they were starting to do more with the engine. And those trolls in the background there aren't worrisome at all. 233,000 morale apiece. Alright, so he's dipped and told us to wait. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong here? Doesn't look like a trap or anything. So here the prisoners were supposed to be picking up, and that dude has an armor set that I would kind of like as a cosmetic set. Just re-dye it away from the red. But this is Gorothul. And yep, what use do I have for a useless orc? Got himself caught. But he says he's going to humor us and accept the offer and give us 3 dwarves back. But none of them is Bori, the person we're actually here trying to bargain for. Unsurprisingly, you got played because you didn't actually set the terms properly. Continue the negotiations? Yeah. The negotiations are, this dude here is a 1.6 and change million morale signature mob. He can basically do what he wants with us. And now we're down to 2 prisoners for Mazog. So once again, fundamental flaw in the elf's plan here is we came to the bargaining table with absolutely 0 leverage. And they have all the cards here. Including, cargo backup. And now the deal goes even worse. And Browen's going to step up because he followed us here like the badass he is. And our quest goal is escape if you can.
Fly. You cannot stand against this foe.
So the best we can do is basically get the heck out of Dodge. Let that Eye of Sauron dread effect start wearing off here. So, how would you say that went? Yeah, a little more backstory into the Lieutenant of Dol Guldur here. Basically, right-hand man of the Witch King. Pointing out the fact that these guys went in here with absolutely terrible intelligence gathering. Yeah, you kicked that rock. A lot of this was your fault. You did this. And broing the badass. You did what you could, buddy. And now we regroup back to see what can be done now.
The hidden guard has failed. The main arm of the Golden Host has camped Thangulhad to the east.
Alright, so they want us to meet up with more of the Golden Host. Yeah, because, they were so effective so far. But that's back at the camp we got the travel point in earlier. So, grab myself a horse there, and this is going to be to Thangolad.
What do you need?
Wow, I don't know if that's coincidence or if it uses your selected mount or if this is just like pure happenstance, but the mount I normally use on this guy here is the Elka Felgoth's Glory, and this is that same model that they gave me to ride. Alright, that's kind of cool. I will give these guys back 1 point for their taste in travel. This is definitely one of those things where it shows the vast gulf in some of the NPCs and groups. Like later on, we're going to start working with the Rangers. The Grey Company becomes a big running plot thread. I want to say Rise of Isengard ish, as far as the expansions and timeline went. But that's a little ways down the road from here. Even the NPCs that I'm going to meet up with in the next chunk of this quest, once I leave Mirkwood and move out into Enedwaith, as another kind of group of people that are kind of getting together and we work on pursuing their objectives. Both of those groups far more successful than these elven chucklefucks. Love seeing the kind of silhouette of Dol Guldur coming in out of the background fog there as you ride closer to it. This part of Mirkwood is just so creepy and unsettling. Okay, so we're looking for Ninglorl. Here we go. What does he want from us?
We are met in time of war, though it is a war for which lasting victory may not come.
Yeah, I think they're already figuring out that about the best we can expect doing here is basically delaying action. Oops. That's not a bad breastplate. Again, I would have to break up one of my sets for it, and it's not the same set I would have to break up for the last piece I got. So I'm still not at the point yet where I have enough good new pieces.
Are being made into a dangerous fighting force.
All right, so basically her plan here is to have us defeat the, various Uruk commanders so that they can stop pumping out super orcs and training them for battle. Hey, Bloody Rain, how's it going? Welcome on in. I'm just cruising around in Mirkwood doing some of the story stuff. Okay. Oh, that's right. This is all out right to the north around here. Oh, and I'm one orc kill away from finishing the first part of the Slayer deeds, so let's just go ahead and get that done real quick. That's going to go off in a second, I'll bet. Yep, avoid the flame strike. That actually is true. Hang on a second. I think I'm still fighting something. Oh, no. So let me back up here real quick. And what I have turned on is difficulty 3, Fearless. So it's kind of the top end of the first tier of the landscape difficulty. It really does make a significant difference. Dude, it is so much fun going through with the landscape difficulty on, even at level 3. It is absolutely game-changing. Because you can see this landscape mob here has this blue border effect here, which is a corruption, where he has 1.5 times melee damage that he does, and there will be other effects as well. Starting at level 3, which is where I'm at, they'll have extra effects, and they'll sometimes put the Eye of Sauron effect on you, or drop like flame strikes. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't play on any of the legendary servers as well, just because I want I liked playing characters I can play long term and keep around. So you can see this guy right here. He's just an ordinary, decently leveled. Purge that corruption off of him. He's just an ordinary, decently leveled signature, and he just whomped me. There are potentially Eye of Sauron AoEs that they'll do. It's just not that every mob doesn't necessarily do it right away. A lot of time they will work up to that effect. So yeah, if you're not paying attention and careful, especially those signature mobs like that, they will absolutely wreck you. Yeah, that is definitely a thing. I play a whole mix of games, and there are absolutely times where I miss having that action combat dodge. I like to. I still really like tab target games for what they are, and when I want to do that, that kind of more involved combat, I'll typically just spend some time in one of those games. So I get that fix by splitting from game to game. Yeah, I can understand that. Whoa. Okay. Yep. Definitely got some dread in this area. Oh, that's the evil presence effect from these idols. That's right. Okay. So I'm looking for the named commanders, and I think. Whoop! Crap. That hurt. Yeah, so far I've been having a blast playing with it. It definitely adds challenge back in, and I like the fact that it's variegated. So like it's not just a one size thing. You have 9 different basically levels of how much landscape difficulty you can have, so you can tune it as opposed to it just being a binary on off. I think if nothing else, like even if you don't stick, it's worth checking out to see if it brings back enough that it makes it worth it for you. Because I think it's a definite game changer. I think it's a blast. The kin that I'm in primarily for my main characters, we're getting together a group of brand new lobies. And the idea is to basically have nights where we play all of them together, and we're playing at difficulty 9. Difficulty 9 is ruthless. Oh, that's awesome! Yeah, so you played back in the days when it was literally just a reskin of the DDO engine before they'd even made much change to that then. Because, yeah, I played back in beta 2, and those days. All right, so I probably shouldn't have gone down here. Let's see if I can grab one of these other named ones from these camps and then circle back around up there. Ah, yeah, deed grinding. Always fun. Again, one of those things where it can be fun if you have a group of friends and y'all go out and grind deeds and shoot the breeze, but it's not thrilling by itself. I don't know that one. I originally played on Villia back in the day, and I've taken a lot of breaks over the years and played on a lot of different servers. This time around is one of the few times I've had multiple level capped characters that I've been playing. So I have the thing where I tend to game hop a lot and take breaks. Yeah, I definitely have not done the main story quest through entirely, like all the zones on anything. Well, I keep telling myself one of these days I'm going to play a character where I just do all of the story stuff and I keep making them and get into the 50s, and then that's about as long as I last. Oh, there's a commander there. Okay. Well, apparently my herald made friends. I've never played a Yellow Guardian. I know that some people really dig them. I do know that with the upcoming planned Guardian revamp, I don't know if Yellow Guardian is going to be a thing after that. So if you want, I'm not sure if you want to get in while it's still a thing, or and get your time then, or if losing it would hurt. Does that make sense? All right, so another one of these signature guys I've got to be careful with. Wow. Yeah, definitely blue for tank and end game. And I'm just not sure if they've said yet what their final plans are for the Guardian revamp and when that would even be. So I'm sure you've got plenty of time to level yellow. I've got a couple of Guardians in various levels. I tend to just run around Redline for leveling, but it's mostly just because I'm familiar with it. My kind of main character I've been playing these days is my champ. Oop, get the heck out of that. I was backing up and I got stopped by a table. Oh, that's brilliant. So this is one of my captains. So I'm just 64 right now, so going through Mirkwood right now. And my plan ultimately is to level this guy to 140. I do have a captain at 140, but her virtues are terrible because she's an older character that I leveled up primarily in the old virtue system before you could set your virtue XP that you were earning, or even I think a lot of her leveling was back when specific deeds were tied to specific virtues. So hers are all over the place and they're a mess. Whereas this guy at least was leveled entirely during the new virtue system, so I've been able to be much more selective about what I'm getting. All right, let's see. Maybe I can do this better. Yeah, I definitely think that, especially if you're if you're somebody who played previously and it's kind of like a, hey, I might want to come back and check out, like, now is a great time with the landscape difficulty setting. The Umbar expansion is still slated to come out later this year. They're doing a lot of work on some classes and their revamps. Oh, I should kick, and my kick was bad. This is where I really miss my blue line mark. That dude just did not want to come out of that. Man, this place is just thick with orcs. Definitely makes me think it might have been a good idea to do a few more side quests and come back here when these guys aren't all yellow and landscapey. I'm just really not used to that having to be something I consider. Let's see, I've got cooldowns. And I used a lot of cooldowns on that guy, and he still got me to half health, so that's a thing. That one, at least I got a lucky crit on. I do not want to mess around with that Cargul. If I can help it. Treasure cache, I think, takes 90. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Plans of battle are down there. But there are some nasties in the way. Oh, yeah, if you can get a pocket healer, especially if you're playing with landscape difficulty, where you really like any heavy armor class that's spec with a little bit of DPS, and a pocket healer would be that'd be the perfect landscape difficulty questing duo, I bet. Okay, let's see if I can only get one of these guys at a time. Get it marked. Oh yeah, if she played Druid and she likes the hot play style, just point her at Runekeeper and tell her to go. Runekeeper is a blast. I'm not crazy about Redline Runekeeper, even though I know that that they're kind of what a lot of people want if you're bringing one into an end game scenario. But I love my Runekeeper that I do yellow and blue on. Have a speck of each. Yeah, Runekeeper is an absolute blast to play, and if she likes a druid where they're that versatile class and their heals are a lot of hot based, just tell her, it doesn't have the shape shifting, but other than that, like, pick this and knock yourself out. All right, this should be my 4th plan of battle. Oh, there's a commander. All right, there's Dread here. Let's get that counteracted. I don't know why I did that. Evil Presence isn't something I can purge off myself. May just have to sacrifice the archer here. Oop, out of the bad. I am not even touching this dude. And I've got... Wow. Okay. So he almost murked me, even with using pretty much all my cooldowns. Cool. And I'm going to dip out of here and see if I can go get myself 2 more commanders and 1 more plan. They're trying to point me this way. Oh, come on. I was hoping that warg was patrolling. Well, Vin, I would be winning, but I lack a pocket healer, and I'm playing with the landscape difficulty setup, so I am dying a lot. Yeah, they're a little bit better with the new forums, but still, most of the time, most of the activity is out of the bad. Most of the action is really in actually in game when you get into the server and world chat are looking for fellowship. Out of the bad. Oh, come on. Give me a heal or something here. Ouch. I've got to go back and see what he just hit me for. Yep, he finished me off with a 2.5k hit. I went from having health to not having health. And I do not have bad gear. Like, I have pretty solid gear. This is all primarily stuff coming out of the this is the level 60 Moria stuff. And some decent Moria era jewelry and such. I bet. So the landscape difficulty, it gives the titles if you turn it on before level 11 and level through certain level ranges without ever turning it off. So yeah, basically what you just need to do is before you like at level 9 or level 10, set your landscape difficulty. And the first title I think comes when you do your 10 to 50. And then there's another title that is for getting a cap. And the titles, from what I remember, are account wide too. So I am remembering what I was not thinking about doing in that fight, which was I will bet you that that guy not only had, of course, his landscape difficulty buff, but I'll bet you he had a corruption on him that or put one back that I did not repurge off of him. So one of the things that the landscape difficulty setting also brings back in and makes a point of emphasis is remembering and using your corruption purge skills outside of just things like raiding and dungeons, which I love because it's using that mechanic as more than a one-trick pony type thing. All right, so I think I'll see if I can just get... Oh, no, I do need to still get a commander over there. Well, I should be able to get a commander and a battle plan here. Oh, and there's a dude right there. I think most of this floor I can single pull. Oh. Corruption Purge. Yeah, this is definitely wild because I am not used to watching for these things just running around questing. Like that nonsense. And where's my archer? Don't go run and bring me friends, please. Okay, dude hanging out there by the catapult. Plans of battle are set up above me, so I need stairs up, and I am not touching that dude. If this were without landscape difficulty, I absolutely would go play with this guy, but I am not touching a 115k morale signature troll at level 3 just for giggles. All right, give me one more commander. Sacrifice my archer a bit here. Oh, come on. All right, well, this ain't gonna go well. And I'm about to lose my little guy. Oh. Clutch timing on the kill, though. And he healed. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, the bleeds at level 2 and above absolutely start chewing you up. And when you get 2 signatures, that's just bad news. Plus, there's a level of attention that I am not paying because, it's the evening and it was a long day, so that's not helping my case any here. Yeah, in that case, I'm pretty sure that the commander reapplied his corruption. Whoop, I'm not going that way. That is way too much effort. I'm pretty sure that the commander reapplied his corruption, and the named had a corruption that I wasn't able to switch on to and get purged off of him because I was trying to bring down the commander so that I could sacrifice a herald and bail. So this is where I really wonder, okay, I do not have nearly enough points to get far enough down the blue tree to get revealing mark. Because that's almost the mark that I would rather be using. But I don't quite have enough points where I could still keep the red capstone, I think, and be into the second tier of blue. But that would really do wonders for my survivability, because it would give me kind of the not a full pocket healer, but more heals available. I love the revamp they did to Redline Captain with the increase they gave us in damage. And why do you guys come in pairs? That is just wrong. But one thing we definitely sacrificed in that redesign was a lot of our self-healing capability. We lost a lot of that. Oh, I can snag... Oh, nope, I can't snag the name because there's a warg right here. So in normal gameplay, the decrease in self-healing, unless you're really going above your level, isn't that big of a deal. But I think at the +3 that I'm on right now, it's really starting to show. Okay, I think I can just pull this Marauder back to me here. I'm not going to waste Oathbreakers on him, because I think I want to see if that named patrols all the way back here. Oh, come on, the Corruption Purge failed. Jerk move. Nope, 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 nope. I do not have nearly enough health to deal with that jerk. Okay, so he patrols all the way up and down these stairs here. So if I don't want him adding when I'm fighting the commander, I basically have to take him when he's down here. And if I get him all the way back here, I won't have Dread Presence, so that'll be out of the way. Now I just need to wait for him to come back down. And of course, I do have the Eye of Sauron on me, which is not something I can purge off, so that's not helping me any either. And I am the worst. I will actively sacrifice my heralds and archers. And yeah, when you get only one of these guys at a time, that is a lot more manageable. Who'd have thought? Okay, hopefully I can get up here and get a commander without pulling everything here. Oh man, he's laying down too many of these. Nope. All right, so that is not a good place to fight him. Uh-oh, were you not able to convince your pocket healer? Or your pocket healer to be? Yeah, that is one thing that Lotro definitely does not have, is it does not have a battleground style PvP scene. I did a lot of battlegrounds in ESO for a while. And I also did a lot of the battleground style kind of city conquest maps in Rift. Yeah, the Moors is... I mean, let's be honest, the Moors is dead most of the time anyway. There is a PvP scene on some servers, but it is small and it's not truly a thing. Yeah, they've talked about stuff like that. The reality is Standing Stone's dev team is incredibly small, both in terms of their head count and the resources they have. And the Moors it's low on their priority list compared to a lot of other things. Which, frankly, is fair because the core player base has a lot of things that are higher on their list of fixes that are needed before the Moors. Okay, I know I still need a commander from this place. So let's see if I can get in here without aggroing everything. Maybe? Man, this dude reapplied his corruptions quickly. All right, man. Enjoy the battlegrounds. I think I am likely going to call it a night here rather than beating my heads against these guys. Because that is rough and I am tired. So I think rather than dying over and over again, I might look to see if I can maybe work my spec a little bit and see if I have enough points now to get a better blue-red hybrid. But for the moment, that is that.